Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The Jasmyne Vince.
Again, yo, hey, again, yo, hey, again, yo, hey, 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 hey.
What is happening, everybody? I was wondering how long he's going to do that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we are here to talk about another 4 episodes of The Circle Season 5 on Netflix. Right? Extremely excited about this season. Always happy when The Circle comes back, especially when Season 6 comes out, and I'll be on it. Looking forward to that. Putting it into the universe. It's 2023, y'all. Let's get it together. All right. Last episode, we saw all of these wonderful singles, or last 4 episodes, I should say.
Yeah.
So all these wonderful singles doing their thing. We had a bunch of people flying around, getting kicked out. Brian disappeared. Who else did we lose? We lost Brian, aka Brittany, right?
I'm sitting here looking in your face like, who is
Who
Brian?
is that? Who's that? The guy that you hated.
Brian. Oh, yeah, the voice.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. She hated his
He
voice
didn't
for some reason.
die. Damn.
Yeah, he R.I.P. We did lose Brett technically. Jazz hated him anyway as well. We also lost...
Xanthi.
We lost Xanthi. Technically, right? So these are the people...
Just to be clear, I didn't like Brett from Big Brother. It wasn't anything to do with the circle. It was before he even got to the circle. I didn't like him.
She did not. She was not feeling him. But we did manage to gain a wonderful friend that we've seen before, who apparently didn't win the first season of Circle, which I completely forgot. It was Joey. It was Joey that won. Shout out to Shuby though. Happy to see Shuby back. He again, first season. I again already loved Big Brother at the time, so when I saw this and I was like, he's playing a super honest game. I really enjoyed it. I think America loved him. Everybody loved Shuby, even up to season 5, right? So let's talk about episode 5 of this show. Getting into it. First thing, we had Shabam come in as Sasha, a player that is apparently Indian. And also
a tech blogger.
I think he's into so tech. I think she was like in a little bathing suit or something like that, and everybody was like, tech blogger, hey, all right.
Well, the issue is that the circle allowed him to come back, but he didn't find out. He had to come in as a catfish, and he didn't find out who he was until he got into the circle.
It's rough, but that's that's the game. That's the game.
You know, and if you remember season 1, Shuby was not into social media. He thought it was like very superficial. So I thought it was interesting that they made him like this attractive young lady, and he can't talk like a young lady at
Can't
all.
Can't do it.
Not an emoji in sight.
I thought he would have some practice, or he would be
not an emoji in sight.
He had the game mindset in, but he wasn't playing. He wasn't executing right. Is in what I'm seeing from him. We also had Tasia come in, who decided to play as her girlfriend, Tamira.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
I was guessing the whole time. Tamira.
They only say it out loud, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Tasia, I believe, is 22 years old. I forget where Tasia's from.
She's bisexual.
Oh, is she? She's bisexual.
Yeah, she said because Tamira is supposed to be bisexual.
Tamira is playing bisexual
because she wanted to be able to flirt with the guys and the girls.
That's what you gotta do. Gotta do in this game.
You don't have to do that.
You don't.
You
don't. But if you coming in playing strong, and you know that you a girl, and there's a lot of pride, love in the house, then I'm gonna love on some girls like I naturally do. But I'm also gonna love on some guys because they gonna like my body.
Oh yeah, she did want to play up the sex part a lot. So
gotta like that body, you know. All right, so Tamira and Sasha, aka Tasia and Shabam, were then put into a secret competition against each other, in which they had to go head to head and get players to join their team. As you can see, a lot of people chose Tamira. I guess she had the vibe. I think they were.
The challenge was they had to it was give us your best date night outfit, and then Sasha went with this it looked good. It was a black dress. It was giving the Miss Trinidad. You know,
it was giving the Miss Trinidad.
If y'all know, y'all know. It was giving the Miss Trinidad.
You don't want to explain it? Well, yeah, if y'all know.
If y'all don't watch Martin, you gotta watch Martin to be on this channel,
Miss
right?
Trinidad.
Yeah, the Miss Trinidad.
I guess if you need to be friends with Jazz, you need.
You need to watch Martin to be friends with me.
You need to be familiar with Martin.
Unfortunately, sorry guys.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's just part of it. I'm a Jamie Foxx show more. That's all right.
But you know what the Miss Trinidad is before you met me.
I brought the Miss Trinidad into this relationship, so I'm just putting it out there. Anywho. All right.
And then hold on. Tamira went with a more it was really, I would say it was a sexy date night picture. It was cheers babe with a cute little dress. It was more not wholesome, but it was cute and more romantic to me. The first one was more sexy but not approachable sexy, if that makes sense.
Yes. So all of the people in the house, they basically chose whose team they went on based on the pictures and the little tiny bit of conversation that they had in the circle chat. Again, they only needed. I'm bad at math, but yes, Tamira won. Tamira won. Everybody joined her team except for Bruno and Jennifer. I guess they were feeling Sasha's look or vibe for some reason, and basically, you just ended up with a whole team of catfish. So unfortunately, the secret competition for followers meant that the losing team was at risk for being blocked.
Yes. And
people that chose the person that they decided to follow, they knew this when they were choosing. So that was a little. It was a little.
It's gotta make the right choice.
It was intense. All right, I will say that was the biggest highlight for that entire episode. Let me know if there's anything else that you can recall from episode 5. We're doing these 4 at a time because that's how they release them. All right. In episode 6, we do have more of Tamira and Sasha. Sam actually hit up Tamira to do some makeup. Cause girl, you know, you a cosmetologist.
First of all, Sam.
You know what I'm saying?
So I just want to say this. This is why I think Chaz is playing the best game. Well, not maybe playing the best game, but
shout out to Chaz.
He's the most aware because his BS meter is on point. Sam is cool with everybody. Whoever talked to Sam was besties with.
She gives people the benefit of doubt, and I appreciate that.
But to a fault though. Yeah. This girl is literally okay. She's oh yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup with you. So what's next? And she's oh, so you're gonna do foundation before eyes? And that's interesting. But okay, so she literally had a notebook of, oh yeah, my girlfriend said, then I put this on, then this is for this. And I tell you, she was typing in the chat, foundation to create balance in the face. People that do makeup don't say that. Nobody, it was literally she was on Google is how it was reading. And Sam was oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
We need to get balance, baby. And I mean, usually I put my mascara on first, but you know,
she said, didn't Sam said, well, she only said mascara, foundation, and one other thing. Look, eyeliner. She said, oh, that's all she wears? She must be beautiful. No, sis. She doesn't do makeup.
She don't wear makeup.
Because she's not the girl in the picture.
She don't wear makeup.
What?
She do not wear makeup. It's okay. Every once in a while, somebody has to get put to the test like this. I think, she passed by the skin of her teeth. She almost didn't make it.
Sam was not paying attention.
But
she
remember,
was just happy to talk to somebody.
Remember there was a competition I think last season where Brew had to do a mannequin, and
was that last?
No, was it Brew or somebody else? Someone that was a guy.
I remember.
Oh, you know what it was?
It was 2 seasons ago.
It was a season before. I can't remember dude's name.
I don't remember which one it was.
He was supposed to be a girl, and he had to do a mannequin challenge.
And the mannequin looked like a clown.
Not the Black Beatles where you just stand still. It was just he had to paint. You know, beat the mannequin's face, not beating the mannequin. You know what I'm talking about. But
if you hear it, you know what we talking about.
You know what's going on. But it was not pretty, literally and figuratively. And
everybody was oh, that's not. It wasn't definitely good. Not a girl.
So Tamira just barely made it. And even Sam was like, I don't know. And I hope she's taking notes about these things. I hope she's writing some of this stuff down like, girl, that was weird. But as Tamira basically made it, Shabam is also struggling talking to Tom. I forgot what he was talking to Tom about, but he was struggling. And
he does not talk like a woman. Every
chance somebody gets to speak to him, he's freaking out. Like, I don't think he's had a smooth conversation with anybody for the most part. Like, every time it's like, oh, they might be on to me.
He always be trying too hard is what it is. It's not like he could have played the game as himself, like as who he is, and not think about it too hard. But it's just like, one, you have to think about how do women talk. And yes. I feel like Shuby don't be talking to women, is what I'm getting. Like, do you text girls? Do you have homegirls in your phone that you text at least? So you know how women text? Like, I feel like you would be good at impersonating a woman's text.
Oh, good.
Just because you already text with a lot of emphasis and a million emojis. He's the emoji guy.
Please put me on the circle.
Yes. So he's a professional circler.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, Shuby is bombing it. They did have he's been bombing it. It's crazy.
But his name is Shoe Bomb. That's what I was funny.
That was good. That was good. Let us talk about one of our favorite people on this entire show. Let's talk about some Raven right now. Oh, I put Raven's picture is all up in there.
Where Raven?
There you go. Let's talk about Raven real quick.
Yeah.
Raven, shout out Paris as well. Killing it, Paris. Killing it. Raven and Marvin here. Well, I gotta move Marvin's picture around too. There we go. I can throw them in there just like that. Right? They had a nice little flirty chat going on. Right? I thought it was sweet because they finally got. I forgot who initiated the chat, but it was
Raven did.
Possibly Raven. They had a moment to catch up. It was nice. Things got hot and heavy. And when I'm saying heavy, I'm referring to Raven's booty doing squats. You want to take it from here?
That's X-rated.
It is.
When she said it, I was like, ooh, okay. All right, Raven.
Picking my pearls up.
They're not picking them.
Can't even clutch
them.
You
already dropped them. Oh, okay.
Yo.
She talked about she gonna be doing squats. So he said he was working out or something. She's like, yeah, I'm a squat, but on top of you. Oh,
Sam, put this deaf ass on you right now. That's what's about to happen.
Wow.
Go ahead, Raven. Go get your man. Go get your man, Raven.
Cyclone bomb.
Yo, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. But yeah.
But he said that she was his queen. She was his number one.
Yes.
So if you tell me I'm your queen and I'm your number one, what does that mean?
That means you my queen. You my number one. Nothing else can change that. It's us forever to the end of at least the circle, right?
No, that means that after the next challenge, when you win, you gonna be flirting with another girl and not even mention me. That's what that means.
Oh, I don't know what you're referring to.
What?
Could that have happened? Now, let's discuss this next challenge. So, the very, very next challenge happens to be a game called Getting Clayed. I don't have pictures of all the games. But Getting Clayed, where they all got a bunch of clay. Shout out to the Circle Netflix delivery person, Danielle Pinnock, for dropping off pounds and pounds of clay at the players' doors. Now, they had some colored clay, but I guess it wasn't that much. It was mostly like a big blob.
For accents.
It was a big blob of gray clay. So everybody made something.
It had to be your best.
Your best feature.
Yes.
Yes. What you think is your best body part. There were a couple feet in there for some reason. Bruno's feet were very hairy.
That's too obvious.
I think somebody made was it Jennifer that made a good foot? It might have been Tom. Tom made a really good smile. Tom looked like he used to work at a carnival or something.
Yeah, it looked like art.
Yo, Tom, you make balloon figures or something? Why are you so good at this?
Who was it? Shuby did an actual heart, not like the heart emoji shape. It was like an actual heart. I'm just like,
it's anatomically correct. He's Shoe Bomb. He's gonna.
A girl wouldn't do that.
Sasha wouldn't do that. You're right. You're right.
Like what?
Also, it looked like alien meatloaf.
It did.
Like,
it did. It had arteries and everything.
I knew what it was. I was like, it would be dope if somebody
knew what it was.
Yeah, I said it would be dope if somebody does like an anatomically correct heart, and that is exactly what he did as with his smart self. Sasha, who's a tech blogger, who knows if she would have actually done that?
I feel like women would have made it look cute.
At least it looked good a little bit good, or maybe even made the heart emoji with a little couple veins on.
Yeah,
who knows? Tom did his smile and his teeth. Marvin did his arm, of course. I thought he was gonna do abs. Marvin did his arm, and ended up winning. By the way, his big brolic. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job. Raven put that deaf ass on the table. You know what I'm saying? I gotta.
With the thumb. The blue
with
thumb.
With the blue thumb. I thought she was going to put some color in the movie.
was funny because Chaz was like, that thong is blue. That's Raven's favorite color.
You know what? I didn't even consider that until you said that just now. That's funny.
It was hilarious.
That's funny. That's funny because she's blue. All right. And Tamira, or Tamira, as Jazz calls her, she picked her tatas for some reason. Why are you dying laughing?
Because I just realized what song you were singing.
She picked her tatas as her best attribute to share. Again, also anatomically correct down to the little
with the nipple piercing.
The little dots in the areola and the little dimples, and
it was nipple piercing.
And then also a nipple piercing.
That was a lot.
I was talking about.
I didn't need to see all that.
We gotta go into detail, but hey, I think Tasia might have seen a good amount of breasticles in her life.
She said they was her girl's titties.
Hey, she's analyzed them. She did a good job. But again, Marvin won with his arm. It was a big brolic arm. He decided that did he choose?
No, he didn't.
Did he choose? They had to like a picture. That's what it was.
They had to like the best one. He liked the titties. So he automatically got a date with the titties.
He's like, that's got to be Raven. And
they was in front of him.
They sent them up to the lookout or something like that, where they sit across from each other. And Jazz is like, yo, how soundproof are these rooms? Question I've been wondering since the beginning of the circle.
It has to be super duper soundproof.
Because sometimes
I think they set it up so it looks like they're in the next room, but they're not really in the next room.
TV magic, baby. TV magic. But yeah, people be yelling and doing all types of crazy stuff. So I just also wonder that. They put Marvin and Tamira, aka Tasia, across from each other with their clay models in front. So Marvin, I get to look at the titties. It's her boobs. Yo, his voice is funny to me.
It is.
And then she got to see his arm. She didn't care, but she had to act like she cared. So they got their little flirt on, right? I thought that was cute. But you have a queen, sir. You have a queen, all right? So I don't know what you have. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you
black men don't cheat.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who boobs you put on the table in front of me, man. I ain't touching them. So, shortly after that, they had that cute little date and everything. Sasha Shabam had to make a choice because you were on the teams together. And I just realized they're not doing as many ratings this season, it seems like, but also the amount of alerts and random choices I feel like have increased.
I feel like before they did a lot of ratings. Now it's not as many ratings. But why do they need to keep rating? Because Chaz keep being an influencer every time, the whole season.
I don't know if I've seen anybody be as dominant as an influencer as Chaz, but this is another reason. That's the number one thing that made me notice that they haven't been doing too many ratings. Because, again, at the end of 8 episodes, Chaz has been an influencer. Spoiler, but that's why you're watching. Chaz has been an influencer 3 times. And that means there's only been 3 chances to be an influencer.
Yeah.
In all 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Just putting that out
also the circle in total, I think, is 10 days. So.
Don't be snitching.
No, I'm not snitching. Everybody knows that. It's like cool. 10 days. So,
I think everybody knows that.
So, 3 episodes would only be 1 day, basically.
I just felt like there were more ratings in the past seasons. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Sasha had to get rid of either Bruno or Jennifer because you voted to be on my team. And also, Sasha was safe from being blocked. Of course, Shuby was hype about this, but now you just got some people to be on your team just for one of them to go home. So it's very unfortunate. Eventually, Bruno ends up getting blocked, unfortunately. Do we care about Bruno at all?
Billie Jean is not my lover.
Hey.
She's just a girl who says she is Bruno. But we don't talk about Bruno.
I love your song. That was amazing right there.
You let me go for a long
time.
No,
I wasn't gonna stop. You was killing it.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So Bruno does get evicted. Do I have Bruno's picture? I think Bruno is the only person I still didn't make sure I got a picture for. Oh no, Billie Jean is here. Yes, we do have Billie Jean, aka Bruno, ended up going home. She decided to go see Chaz. Why? Because Chaz seems to be the most trustworthy person in the house, and they had I guess a couple cool conversations. Chaz does the smartest thing I've ever seen anybody in this circle do. Tell me how you feel about every single person and don't hold back.
I've seen people do that before. Just not this season.
People ask about it. People say, oh, like I feel like most people are so caught up in I'm seeing another person for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's, tell me about
this.
Get some
tea.
You know what I'm saying? Chaz got right to it.
CNT.
He got right to it. I was like, he's about it. Chaz better win. And if not Chaz, Raven, you got this. Right? So they had a nice little bonding moment. Anything else you want to say about them meeting up? I don't think it was.
I don't remember nothing.
Yeah,
really.
But Billie Jean gave her message where she surprised everybody. Oh, it was a catfish this whole time. And then she called out Sasha. She came for Sasha in her message. Said, "Yo, did she said Sasha's name? Did she? I think she did.
I don't remember.
I think she did. It's all right. It was a few episodes ago. She let her, what happened? I think she shouted out Jennifer. She shouted out somebody else. But also was like, specifically, Sasha thought you had my back. What happened? So people was already like, dang, Sasha, why would you do that? And Sasha got attacked in the chat after that shortly, too. But Chaz is just living his best life while they were attacking Sasha. So, meanwhile, just like, I got all the tea. I got everything. So, shortly after that, they had a trivia game. And the trivia game was really fun for me. I really enjoyed the trivia game. They got to have all these like different teams and stuff. It was pretty dope. So the pink team, they split up the house into two teams. The pink team, Marvin, Jennifer, made up of Xanthi and Brett, Tom and Tasia, aka Tamira. They had a team going on, and basically they had to answer a bunch of trivia questions. I think the very first question was biology. Did Sam get that?
I don't know. I know Marvin had biology, I thought.
Something like that. Marvin had science. He had the very last question. So all throughout this game, people are playing. They're having a good time. The questions are getting tighter and tighter. So what's happening is people are realizing, like we're 1-1. I don't know how many people got questions wrong or anything like that. But I thought it turned out pretty well. So it factors out to Marvin getting the very, very last question. Right? Marvin decides to choose science over geography. He had a choice of two. Marvin, if you remember, is a
engineer or some kind of engineer.
Some kind of engineer. But in the game, he is a physical therapist that loves to travel. So everybody's like, geography. He knows places. He loves to travel, right? Marvin, with his engineer brain, was like, no doubt about it, science. Science question actually turned out to be not super, super hard. Raven's question was like about dance because she likes dancing, and
she didn't know that.
I don't know.
She didn't know that tango came from Argentina. I knew.
Jazz knew where the tango was from. I was like, you named a bunch of Hispanic countries.
I also grew up dancing, so I know
What's the move?
The things. Don't do these.
I'll save it for later. Okay, cool.
Bachata, salsa, flamenco.
Hey, show me a flamenco move.
It's like tap dancing.
I'll take that.
But harder.
I'll take that. Yeah, Marvin chose the question, and people got suspicious immediately. Like, science, what are you doing? The question, I think, was the first
element on the periodic table. And y'all, I only got one D in my lifetime, and that was chemistry. I don't know nothing. I don't know how I passed it. Okay,
I've
I just
never
needed
passed
to
chemistry.
pass chemistry just so I could finish high school. I didn't care. Okay.
Oh, in high school, did you? You
Yes.
didn't take chemistry in college?
No, I took astronomy because
Lucky-
I thought it was going to be math based,
lucky
but it
you.
was still science
I
based.
passed chemistry by the skin of my teeth in high school, and I never passed it in college.
I was in AP chemistry. I don't know.
She's smart. Yeah. So Marvin was like, "Yo, got that question right. Wasn't that hard. It was, it was nice."
Marvin then after the fact was like, "Oh, they're gonna think that I might be smart," or I'm like, Marvin is literally just Marvin is kind of airheaded in my opinion. He's not aware that he was flirting with another woman and what the issue was, which leads into the next thing that happened when they did what was it called?
Yes, there was another game right after that.
Savage Chat.
These last few games. Oh, the Savage Chat is a little bit after that, but yeah,
Okay.
these last few games have been very, very fun. I've been enjoying that. The next game that they played shortly after was a glam game where everybody strutted their stuff on the circle runway, showing one of their best pictures. I thought the pictures were all right, but the very last picture.
Sam looked good.
Sam looked good. The very last picture to enter the chat was by a person named Oliver, and everybody's like, "Who did? who that? How long Oliver been in the house? Yo, I've been asleep for too long. I don't know what's going on in this house."
How did I get in?
So Oliver joins the chat. Congratulations to Oliver, who is a rapper. We just got rapper, right?
We got multiple things. I think multimedia, something.
Content creator.
Yes,
But if you're a rapper,
all
I
the
feel like you
things.
got to be a content
Yes.
creator also. But Oliver's super, super dope, super, super colorful, flamboyant, and whatnot. A lot of cuss words in there by accident or on purpose.
He's giving.
He's giving.
We like him.
Is that what the move for giving is?
I don't know.
He's giving.
That's
All right.
my giving.
Oliver's here. Oliver don't even know what's happening for real. But we're here. I think, did Tamira chat with? Yes. Tamira.
The hottest tea chat.
This is the hottest.
So
tea.
let me go. Tamira hit up Sam and Raven in a chat, like a girl's chat, and was like, "Y'all, I gotta tell y'all about how the day with Marvin went." And then Sam was like, "Damn, like we had so much going on. We got Oliver, like we got new things, so much happening that we didn't even think to ask about."
Completely forgot about
what
it.
happened.
Y'all
right?
went on a date with my man. I forgot.
So basically, Tamira just straight up is like, "Yeah, we were flirty and we wanted our clothes off by the end of it." Fire emoji, fire emoji.
I told him
fire
I was gonna
emoji.
squat over him. Oh, girl, that's my.
So Paris and Raven over there like,
Say, what you mean?
what?
And you can see it on their face. They were visibly like,
They were like disturbed.
what you mean?
And Sam was like, "Oh yes."
Yes.
I was like, all of us was Sam, basically. We
Pretty
was
much.
all like, "Oh my God." She like, "Hold on. That's interesting," because I'm glad because I feel like Raven reacted the way I expected her to react.
Raven handled it very
which is
well.
to be like, I know he probably didn't mention this,
But
but,
was
we
pro-
had
but was-
a connection.
She was very straight up about it, which I appreciate. Because you don't hold that back. You could for the sake of the game, but if she actually has feelings for him and actually trusted him and took his word, like, yo, I thought I was your queen. Like,
I mean, it's really on him because it's one thing to flirt with somebody, but when you say, "Oh, you my queen, you my number one,"
yep.
even if y'all, it's not like, okay, we're in a real life relationship. If you say the word queen to a black woman, Marvin, then you better have it. You better be on point. That's all I'm saying.
Let him know.
So then it came off like he was just like flirting to get far in the game, which goes into the next challenge that happens.
Yes. I just want to take another moment to just yes, we were all Sam.
Yes.
we were all Sam for that whole. We was like, yo.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know that this is me on the work email threads when people be popping off. I'm like, oh.
It do be like that. It do be like
so
that.
good. It be so. I'm gonna go look some up.
So Tamira. Oh, I had this whole. Did I use?
So
that
they basically ended on like they all cool and they gonna look out for each other and nobody rocking with Marvin because they don't like that.
Yep.
So what what happened. So then Raven hit up Chaz just to touch base and like get some advice.
Yes.
And like explain about what Tamira said and all this stuff. And then Chaz is just like, "What, Marvin? Why would Marvin do that? Like that just does not look good. Like, is he not trustworthy now?"
Chaz is very real, very reactionary, and also very like prompt. I don't know if that's the right word, but like he always has something like
he seems
comforting to say right after. He's like he processed it. He's like also like, oh my goodness, but process the information and then feeds something back that's helpful.
What is the word? I don't want to say emotionally stable, but like emotionally superior. Like he can process information, process his feelings, verbalize his feelings, and offer empathy at the same time.
Shout
like very
Chaz,
quickly.
Man.
Like that's very, very emotionally mature is what it is.
Yes, I agree. Chaz has been killing this game, and again, we were loving Raven, but third influencer in a row, bro.
That's impressive.
That's crazy. We gotta give Chaz a moment a little bit. But finally moving on to episode 8, after Tamira has spilled this tea, Sasha, aka Shuby, trying to turn up in the newbie chat. What's going on, Shuby? How are we pulling this off? He got everyone that is new in the chat. Oliver,
Jennifer, Tom, Tamira, and himself. Yeah, I think where he messed up was Tamira, because Tamira had bonded with all the black people. If you think about it already.
Okay.
So, because Tamira was
right.
like, hold on, what? And also, y'all two were competing when y'all first came in. So, I feel like there's just... And also, Oliver had literally just came in the night before. So, I'm just like...
Oliver's like,
what's happening?
What is all this drama?
So, basically...
I'm sure Oliver was ready for it regardless.
Sasha gets everybody up in there and it's like, we need to coup.
We gotta stage a rematch.
Yes!
It was bad.
He was George Washington, okay? The British are coming. That's not George Washington, but yeah. You know what I'm saying. We never finished Hamilton, babe. We started watching it the other night. We never finished it.
Are we going to do a review on Hamilton?
We were in the good part, too. We were about to get to the part where the British was coming.
All right. We'll get back to Hamilton shortly after this.
We never watched Hamilton. We started watching it.
Yeah. Is that weird that we didn't watch? Whatever. Anywho, I'm losing my place.
So basically, he was trying to get everybody. He was like, look, we have the numbers where we could take out the old people since we're the newbies. And like, I just need everybody to be on our side. He's like, I'm willing to like get blocked for this. And then Tamira was like, she didn't say it to him, but she was like, if you get blocked, then we won't have the numbers. So that don't make sense. So you probably lying at this
Not
point.
a horrible plan, just a very risky, very bold plan, of course. Just the same way he said
Playing too hard off bat.
He's been playing pretty hard again. The very next game shortly after, well, everybody in agreement, like everybody had something nice to say. Nobody actually agreed and said, hey, we're definitely doing this. We're definitely down. Mm-hmm. If you got my back, I got yours, I think is what Oliver said. Like, and everybody's like, yo, but you're not really saying anything.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
it was very neutral.
Everybody's like, I'm not trying to say nothing, but everybody else is not really saying nothing either.
So basically, it was a dub.
Yeah, and I think Brett had said something along the lines of, well, if Sasha, aka Shuby, can read through the lines, then people are not really on your side like that. But
it's not that they wasn't on the side. It's just like, we have something like that's just alternative. It's so alternative and so bold that either it's gonna work or it's gonna blow up everybody else's game.
Yep, it's gonna blow up.
All right, so let's go to my favorite part.
The savage, classy, bougie, ratchet.
Okay.
The savage chat is our next game, which is, I feel like it's becoming a circle staple. Anonymous questions where everybody gets to pick one person to ask. And they get to ask a question.
Anonymous questions are always dangerous.
Yo. And at this point, it's the end of the game. Everybody knows, hey, these are the people that are going to be, at the end. So let's get down and dirty with it. I can't even remember what some of the first questions were.
I don't, but I remember Sam asked Tom if he is hiding behind making people laugh. And
I thought that was a good
we
question.
don't know anything about you. And I thought it was interesting how he responded because you could tell he was genuine, but at the same time, I felt like he was trying to insinuate that he was getting bullied.
Yeah.
Because he said he got bullied growing up, so like the only way like for him to break through and connect with people would be like through laughter. And he talked about how like he had a hard time connecting, and he went away to boarding school because he from the royal family, I think.
Yeah,
he lived in the Tower of London.
I could see Tom possibly being bullied, or the reason why people would say, "Oh, I think that he was using that to like try to get out of something."
I agree with.
But
with what she said.
I genuinely feel like Tom was just being like, "Yo, you're absolutely right. This is something I've struggled with. I will say personally, like that is something like comedy was a relief for me growing up. I'm not a comedian. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I get a little laugh in
I'm
here.
more of a comedian than you.
Yep, absolutely, babes. I feel like I'm being bullied right now.
Yep.
But he was letting people know, hey, look, like, and that's honestly with most comedians. Like, you have stuff happen to you in life where you have to find some kind of like defense mechanism to pick yourself up and continue to push. Like that's all you need. So he came clean with that, and I thought that was a very nice moment. I don't know how everybody else took it, but a couple people was like, "Oh," I think Sam was like, "Oh, okay, all right, that wasn't too bad." Right? There was a couple other questions in there. Somebody came at who asked Sasha the question? Was it Tom? Somebody asked Sasha.
I can't remember who asked.
It might have been Chaz.
What was the question?
It might have been Chaz. Hey, stop. We know you're a dude.
Oh yeah, it was
something along those lines.
We know you. Why you over here acting like you?
That was bold in itself too. Calling them out. Chaz's intuition is insane this season, man.
He's on point.
Insane. Yo, we know you an old man. Stop playing. I'm not an effing dude. Like, why do you even come at? Yo, Shuby was tight, man.
He was like, I'm gonna answer bold. I'm like,
everybody had the.
No.
Everybody yet again had the same reaction when Shuby decided. We was like, "Yo, is that how you chose to answer this question?"
To make that a gift.
It is a gift now. It's a gift right now.
Definitely gonna be a gift.
Everybody had the same. Yo, coming in hot, Sasha.
Yeah, it was not.
Coming in hot, but that, believe it or not, wasn't even the craziest questions to be asked.
My favorite question was when two people asked Marvin the same question, reworded
Two people in a row,
and he dodged the answers both times.
And I didn't even think that you could ask a person, you know what I'm saying? But it's anonymous. You could just pick whoever you want. So Tamira, again anonymously,
it's like, you said you a feminist, but are you out here flirting with women just to get further in the game?
Feminist.
And he says, I was raised by a strong woman, my mother. So, yes, I'm a feminist, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit.
Everybody, you didn't answer the question. Yeah.
So then Raven basically asked
Raven, because again, he don't even know that they've had this conversation now.
Oh, we also forgot that he did bro talk with Tom after he spoke to the girl and was like, "Oh yeah, she was like talking nasty to me, da 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 da." And Tom was turned off by that. He was like, "Nah, like that's not giving feminist."
Marvin started moving down in the rankings, literally and figuratively,
to the bottom.
So yeah, Raven followed up with that, like, "Yeah, you didn't really answer that. So are you just out here flirting with women to get to the top for power? Like, you trying to win by abusing other women and stuff like that?" And I don't remember what he said to that. I think he said, he said something like "my queen." He ended with "my queen." I remember that. Oh, I'm a single man.
He said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I'm single," and he's like, "until I find my queen." And then Chad said, "I thought Raven was your queen." And then he said, "What are they talking about? I only have 2 women." I'm like, sir.
Marvin is a single 20-year-old
Marvin
man.
is these single men that's out here that's adding the P into the dating pool. Okay, Marvin, that's you. And because he's oblivious that it's happening.
That took me a second. Adding the P into the... That was
yeah,
good.
they are the P in the dating pool.
That was good, man.
Yes.
That was good. Right? Yeah, so they both came for him. And Raven put him at the very bottom of...
She was actually his number 1 though. That's what's funny.
She not playing.
No, she not here for it.
She not playing.
I think it was just like as a lesson, but I don't think that he got it for real. All right, let's wrap this up.
It was rough. Yeah, we were almost done. That was pretty much the end of the episode, but not before somebody had to go home again. Marvin was at the very bottom of the rankings. Chaz, we found out, became an influencer yet again. He was the second influencer, number 2. Tom moved way up the rankings to number 1. I got to give him his credit. He didn't do much. He did open up a little bit more. He had a really nice little smile thing that he did. He probably made a good couple connections with the right people. Tom is number 1, people. Him and Chaz made their way to the lookout or whatever it's called. They made their decision. They both, I appreciate that they was like, all right, I'm keeping Raven. Don't touch. I'm keeping Jen. Don't touch. Right? And they eventually decided to send home Sasha, who was stirring up the pot. Sasha, aka Shuby, had to go and visit somebody. He chose Jennifer, and also as he's visiting this person, I think Circle let him know, hey, look, the person you're gonna visit is gonna get a power, so choose somebody that you think deserves a power in this game. So that is exactly what he did. Shuby, Sasha, Shubasha. He had a little name for himself. Shuby, this is one of my favorite parts of the episode when everybody's like, oh, they coming to see me?
I will be in the cabinet. Okay.
I wonder how long they wait until they realize that nobody's coming. But yes, Shuby, a.k.a. Sasha, decided to go see Jennifer, a.k.a. Brett, and Xanthi. They had a nice little conversation for a little bit.
Somebody that actually knew who Brett was, that's what cracked me up.
He was like, oh, you're from Big Brother. Which just proves that people are watching Big Brother out here, y'all. Join the boat. Come on. Stop playing.
Big Brother got to keep getting more diversity. And
I
also, I saw Raven tweeted earlier today that they need to put a deaf person on Big Brother. I'm here for it.
I don't know how that would work out, but I think it would be dope.
We need a Paris. Paris, you want a job?
Paris. Put Paris on Big Brother.
That's a big commitment, though. I will only commit to, like, Big Brother's all summer. I'll commit to 1 month. I'm only doing this for 1 month, and then we got to switch.
That's why the Circle is rocking it right now, because the whole summer is wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
But I like the way that they do it. Everybody has their preferences. He went to visit Jennifer. I forgot what they talked about. Just that he couldn't tell that they were catfish. And also people realizing Jennifer hasn't really done much, but just like vibe off of the, oh, y'all think I'm the cool aunt, right? All right, let me just.
I felt like she only said it twice, and now everybody's like, oh yeah, it's the cool aunt energy. Oh yeah, Aquarius. Oh yeah, Auntie Jen.
I agree. But all in all, to say, another person home. That means there's 8 people left in the house now. Out of these 8 people, I think 3 more people have to get blocked before that final circle. And I just want to say, I don't know if I said this already on the last episode, but I really, really need Raven to make it to the final table, and I need Paris to walk in the door first, just so just like everybody. I just need that, so people can be mind blown. But we decided, the Circle decided that the new power is going to be the Hacker, which we have seen a couple seasons. I don't know if it was on last season. I do know the season that Courtney was on. Shout out Courtney. Awesome Circle player and cool host, influencer.
Yes, all the things.
Man, cool. Courtney Revolution on Instagram. Follow. Courtney, I think, did a really good job at being the Hacker, where, to my knowledge, if they do it the same way, I think you had to pretend to be another person in the Circle. You pick a member of the Circle, and then you pretend to be them, and they clone that person's profile. So there's just an extra person in the group.
Yeah, there was like Jennifer that was blue and Jennifer that was orange, and then you gotta kind of like I think the teams got to ask you questions, and you would have to give answers, and then they would be like, "Nah, that person's probably the fake one."
It's basically like an episode of Scooby-Doo or any other show where it's like
basically identity theft.
The Spider-Man meme. Thank you, man. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing how this works out. Also, shout out to Big Brother just cause you know what I'm saying. But we talk about the Circle right now. Let us know who you think is winning the Circle. We got at least four more episodes coming up very, very soon. Who's our vote, Jess?
Babe, we have like more than 4 more. The finale is on the 18th, which is next week.
Who are we rooting for, Jess?
Chaz and Raven. Raven and then Chaz.
Raven
and then I
first.
like Tom. Tom is growing on me.
Raven, really? A lot of people are starting to like Tom, I feel like. Raven first and then Chaz.
Yeah.
I would go for that. Chaz is doing amazing. Raven has been an influencer twice and is so like adorable and like truthful and like
I like her.
Killing it. She deserves it.
And then I don't know who else I would say after that. I honestly feel like
I wouldn't be mad if
Jennifer
Tom got
could
it.
win.
I wouldn't be mad if Tom got it.
Jennifer's is playing.
I think it's very, very possible that Jennifer could win as well because she's so low.
And that would be impressive.
So low. Everybody trusts her. People are protecting her, not even knowing anything about her. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, let us know how you feel about the circle. If there's any other people that you would want to see either get blocked or make it to the final 5 or actually win the game, please drop that in the comments below. Oh, and of course, make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Do that and put in a good word for me at Netflix, I guess, if you want to see me on the circle at some point too. But I believe that is all we have for a brand new episode of The Jasmine Show. Peace. I said peace. I said what's up? I said what's up? Oh.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmine Show.
The Jasmyne Vince